Okay, so as I told you in the previous video in the end, so I'll be explaining a little bit more about parallel vectors. So this is the condition, just exactly the same, but I just add up like the simple words. So one is a multiple of the other. So let us look into a couple of examples. Let's say, for example, I have a random vector, say 3, -4, and then b is, let's say, 10, 2, and then c is, let's say, 9, 12, and then, oh, it's not really a 12, yeah, it's a 9, 12, and then let's say d is a -5, 1, and then the e is a 9, -12, for example. So then let's see which one are parallel, which vectors are parallel, and then which vectors are not parallel. So let's check out which one is parallel and then which one is intersecting or not parallel. So let's check it out. So remember, the one that we call as parallel is when we can make it a multiple of the others. So let's say, let's see this. Are they equal or not? That's probably one of the thing. Are they equal or not? They're not equal. Everything is not equal, right? So then they have at least the basic condition that they could be a parallel or intersecting. But then we might be interested in looking into this and this because they're kind of similar. 9, 12, 9, -12. Because one of them is only that the 12 becomes negative. So then E and D, they must be intersecting. E and C, sorry. E and C must be intersecting. You got no choice. If you really try to make it visual, you can see that they will be intersecting. And then how about oh, let me erase this and then we can move. Yeah, so E and C, oops, oh, it's kind of laggy. E and C are intersecting. How about D, B, because they're actually kind of like a multiple, like just times 2 or just half of it. But then in the D, the 5 is negative, so then cannot. It's not a multiple. So B and D are intersecting as well. How about BE? Because BE, then BE, BC is kind of probably connected later. They're exactly different. Not even a multiple. You cannot. You times 6, you got a 12, but you got a 60. So they're not. So B and E and B and C. How about A? So then you see A, it's kind of similar with C, isn't it? Like in terms of the number, like you just times 3. So it's kind of like a multiple, but in the A, the 4 is negative, right? The 4 is negative. So, but then the C, the 12 is not negative. But then, oh, it's kind of similar with this. So then A and E, you can tell it's a parallel because 3A is actually E, or A is 1/3 of A. So then they're parallel. So that's kind of how you look into it, parallel or not, by using the algebra. If you want to use the visual, totally fine.